I think professional sports has lost a lot of aura over time. We used to have athletes like Jordan, Kobe, LeBron when he was in his prime. And in the NFL, we used to have recognizable names like Brady, Breeze, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning. The list goes on. Now viewership in the NBA has gone down these past couple of years. Even this past Super Bowl, I didn't like the halftime show.
What the hell?
I didn't even like last year's halftime show. It's obvious that they pick, artists strategically. Kendrick was picked because of the beef with Drake, and there was a lot of people riding that bandwagon at the time. Back to the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl was pretty boring. It was a blowout. Drake May and Sam Darnold were probably the worst quarterbacks to try to market the Super Bowl off of. The Super Bowl had little to no marketing. The Super Bowl was completely dead. Blowout from start to finish. But back to basketball, I think a lot of NBA players nowadays don't even take the game seriously. There's all these, it's all about, social media, building an online presence, having your own personal brand rather than actually playing the sport. Like guys like, even Jared McCain, a guy who calls himself the Zesty Hooper, doing TikTok dances. We got guys like Zion Williamson.
Why are you so beautiful?
Who hasn't played a full season in years. I don't think he's ever played a full season. He just can't put down the cup. Gained so much weight over these past years, and he's lost it, thanks to Ozempic. But then he got re-injured, and not to mention all the off-the-court stuff. You have guys like Ben Simmons.
Hey, LeBron. Ben Simmons is here. We're all good.
Generational busts, like Marco Fultz, like Lonzo Ball. They're all busts. You have guys who like SGA, Webiana, who are, generational talents. I think it's between the two of them who will lead the NBA going forward, who will carry the torch, who will become kind of like the face. I think it's between one of the two of them. And then we have like another category of NBA players. I like to call them like the podcasters, Because Chris Paul retired a couple of days ago. I have no doubt he'll start a podcast or hop on somebody else's. Guys like Gilbert Arenas, guys like Paul George.
Ball game.
List goes on and on and on. Like Paul George, for example, now he's just better known for what he does on a podcast than what he does on the actual court. Even guys like Anthony Edwards, generational talent, near generational talent. He talks a big game, but like if you've seen his playoff record, it's only out of his 42 starts in the playoffs, he only has 21 wins and 21 losses. It's the literal definition of mid. And then we have guys like LeBron, who in his prime was nobody was stopping him. Nowadays, he's just a joke. Flopping around on the floor, constantly foul baiting, constantly getting mad at the refs, putting up 10, 12, 15, 17 points a night. Like, prime LeBron would be ashamed of the man he's become. And then we have, guys like Kevin Durant. Even when he was in his prime, he wasn't, he was good, but he was never good enough to win a ring by himself, even with Russ. And I think the biggest thing with KD, he never takes accountability for his actions. Every failure, every hiccup, every problem he's had in his whole career has been tied to somebody else or some other member within his organization. He's never been the person to come out and say that maybe he hasn't played enough or played his absolute best, and that's the reason why they haven't won. I could go on and on and on about, the NBA. I think the NFL, one of the biggest problems in both leagues, lack of recognizable brand name players that even casual fans and even non-sports fans can really pick up. But that's kind of all I really have for right now. I mean, what do you guys think is the biggest reason as to why the sports in general has lost so much over time? Is it because of the lack of seriousness? Is it the lack of great players in the league? The lack of talent? Let me know below in the comments. Like and subscribe. I'll try to have another video uploaded by next week. Thank you.